Greetings, y'all. Greetings. How's everyone doing? Sal. How you doing, Sal? How you doing? Sal, it's been a minute since we've seen you in class. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How's everyone doing? Let me get everything together. Hello, Miss Yvette, Lady Sarah. Greetings. Lady Sarah, please note, I did not reach out to you because I thought you might have been working. It sounded like things were kind of hectic. So please, darling, do not take the fact that I did not invite you personally, my love. How's everyone doing? You all, I had to come on. I had to come on today. Listen, y'all, please don't forget to hit the like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Put something in the comments, okay? Good. Miss Martha, greetings. Oh, we got all our mods up in here. We got all of our mods up in here. Let me get my media assets. Y'all, in the chat, how was everyone's day? I'm not going to try to prolong this too much because I know I'm already working. It's about 9:30 and my mods have got to get to work. Shit, I gotta get to work tomorrow. But I'll be honest with you. I thought tonight hold on for a second. I gotta turn this off. It's my monitor. Excuse me. I wanted to come on a little later. Just so that I could get a little bit more of an audience. And because what we got going on tomorrow is it's pretty big. This is pretty big. And so it's very layered. So I wanted to get on here and, and talk about it. Hold on. What is that? What did Miss Martha say? Hold on. Let me see. Wait, what am I calling? She got makeup. I had to go present out there. That's the only reason. Because, baby, please, y'all are lucky I gave you eyebrows. Y'all are lucky I gave you some eyebrows. Okay. All right. Let me get into this. All right, everyone. Listen. Tomorrow is February the 17th. Tomorrow's not a regular day. Tomorrow is stacked. Tomorrow is very layered and it's very bold. Okay. We got right off the bat. Where are my media assets? Right off the bat, y'all. We got this right here. Where is she? Yep. Right there. The fire horse is kicking it off. And then, if that wasn't enough, we got a solar eclipse in Aquarius. We have a solar eclipse at 28 degrees in Aquarius, and that's going to be at 7:01 a.m. And this is very much ring of fire. This is very much ring of fire energy. On top of that, if that was not enough, we've got Mardi Gras. And if that was enough, we've got Ramadan. And then after that, on Wednesday, we begin Lent. This is very, very layered, as I was saying. This isn't subtle. This isn't casual. This is a cosmic, cultural, spiritual reset hitting all at once. So I want you to pay attention, especially with this ring of fire. First off, let's get very grounded in the rules of the fire horse. There are rules for this fire horse because the first day of the year sets the tone for everything. This is Lunar New Year, not January the 1st. Now, at about this time, everybody's resolutions, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, they're all gone because in the West, we do not celebrate the natural cycles of the seasons. We are planting all of these seeds in the middle of the winter. That is not when we plant. We plant now, right about spring. So if you had any kind of resolutions, and they fell to the wayside, baby, that was not you. That was not you. That was the way that we were conditioned. It was like we were programmed to fail. We were set up to fail. So, once again, when it comes to this fire horse, all right? Here's what we're not going to do tomorrow. Tomorrow there are definitive rules. Tomorrow, we not cleaning. Nope. Nope. And for me, I've been practicing this all my life. If you could have seen this apartment, you know I am set on brand. All right. We do not clean. We do not sweep. We do not dust. We're not doing laundry. We do not wash. We're not washing our hair, and we're not taking out the trash. Doing any of that is literally sweeping away luck and opportunity. You can handle all of your cleaning on the 17th, but not on the first day. We're not doing that on the first day. Okay? That's what we're not doing. Everything that we do, we set the tone for this day. So financially, we do not lend money. We do not lend money. We do not borrow money. Okay? We're not settling debts. Financial, because that's going to set the tone for financial instability, on the first day. That's going to carry through the rest of the year. We're not going to do that. Okay? Someone asked me, can you borrow some money? Not today. Not today. Oh, we ain't going to do that today. And the way shit has been going for me, any day that ends in Y is a bad day to ask me, but especially on this day, we're not doing that. Okay? Tomorrow, we're going to avoid sharp objects if at all possible. Scissors, knives, all of that. They symbolize cutting fortune or connections. Emotionally, on the emotional level, we're not getting into it with nobody. We're not going to argue. We're not going to cry. We're not going to do no negative speech. The mood that you set tomorrow is going to imprint your entire year. Okay? Believe it or not, there's rules for clothing. Tomorrow, if possible, red. Look at that. Red. The color of fire. The color of signs that warn for danger. The signs that say, do not enter. Look at her. Look at her. She's confident. That's what we're doing tomorrow. We're doing red. Okay? We're not doing black or white. No, black or white are colors for mourning. And we're not imprinting our Lunar New Year with that. We're doing it with this. Vitality, life force. If at all possible, if you can get away without taking medication tomorrow, we're talking symbolic health. We're going to signal wellness, not illness. But that's if you can. If you cannot, don't do it. All right? These are some of the rules that are coming with this fire horse energy. All right? Like I said, this fire horse. This is energy. This is bold. This is fast. This is independent energy. We're not going to overwork. Do not overwork tomorrow. Don't say yes to everything. We're going to pace ourselves. We're going to pace ourselves. Look at this. We're going to open our windows tomorrow. We're going to let fresh energy in. We're going to wear bright colors tomorrow, especially red. Especially red. This is how we're going to ride this energy intentionally. All right, so I got all the fire horse out. Now let's talk about this. Let's talk about the solar eclipse. Solar eclipse. 28 degrees in Aquarius. 7:01 a.m. The Ring of Fire. The late degree. We're talking pressure. We're talking karmic closure. This eclipse doesn't whisper. It finalizes. And my fixed signs, y'all are going to feel this the hardest. Fixed energy is going to reset their change. Eclipses do not negotiate nothing. These eclipses are not here to be, they're not here to negotiate. This eclipse, this is all about cutting cords. Yeah. Reclaiming individuality, choosing authenticity, and restructuring your future. So on this day, if something leaves around this time, don't chase it. If something arrives, pay attention. Nothing that's going to happen tomorrow is random, okay? This is that ring of fire. This is the energy for that ring of fire, this solar eclipse. Let's talk about a few things. We're going to start with the Aquarius. There we go. My aquas, my Aquarians. If you've got a sun or a sun in Aquarius or rising Aquarius, this one's on you. We're hosting this event, this eclipse. This is about our identity. This is going to be about our image. This eclipse is going to be about our life direction and how we show up. We're going to be cutting old versions of ourselves. We may change our appearance. We're going to be pivoting with purpose. Some of us may be stepping into leadership. But for the most part, our aquas, we're going to be walking away from what no longer serves us. And this is in the fates. This is not optional. The shit that's going to be going down is going to be overdue. Next on the band list is our Leos. If you got a sun in Leo or rising in Leo, this is going to be the opposite sign of the eclipse. We're talking about relationships, romantic, business, collaborative. Those will be the headlines for the Leos. Someone leaves, someone's going to commit. Contracts are going to end, and a new alignment is going to begin. So for my Leos, are your relationships reflecting who you are right now? If not, don't be surprised if something shifts fast. Leos, this message is for you. You cannot carry people who refuse to grow. Okay? Moving right along. Tauruses, if you're in the house, let me hear you in the comments. If you've got a sun in Taurus, or if you got a rising in Taurus, this is going to be your career, your public image, your authority, your reputation, your life direction. Taurus. Don't be surprised if a promotion or a career pivot happens. You're going to be getting recognized. Or you all will be walking away from something that's been looked at, that looked stable, but felt dead. You all have got to stop watering dead plants. And this can be triggering for your home or your career. There's going to be tension. But for my Tauruses, you can't keep building a life that no longer aligns with who you are becoming. Those are for my Tauruses. Moving right along. Scorpios, are you in here? Let me take a pause. Sal, these images were curated for you, darling. Maybe you won't be missing class so often if I keep the curriculum a little bit more interesting. Scorpios, If you got a sun or if you got a rising sign in Scorpio, this eclipse is going to be affecting your foundation, home, family, emotional security, your private world is going to be exposed. Y'all are going to be making some moves, and y'all are going to be making some renovations. There's going to be shifts in your family. And Scorpios, these are going to be emotional breakthroughs. But these breakthroughs, Scorpio, they're not going to be clean. They're not going to be easy. They will be messy. Okay? You're going to come to the realization that the foundation that you've been standing on isn't solid anymore. But I'm going to say this, Scorpio. When a Scorpio rebuilds, it's permanent. Now, for my Aries, be it a sun or a rising in your sign, this Aquarius eclipse is going to activate your social circles and your future plans. Saturn is in your sign. Personal growth and pressure is going to be heavy. Some friendships are going to fade. Some long-term dreams are going to be restructured. And some goals are going to be replaced. You're going to be asked, who are you becoming, Aries? Who are you becoming? Who can actually go with you? Because not everyone is built for your next level. Moving right along. We're going to layer this. We're going to layer this with the collective energies. Mardi Gras. There we go. Mardi Gras. Tomorrow's going to be Fat Tuesday. Mardi Gras. We're going to be celebrating, it's going to be a day of celebration, of indulgence and outward expression. Tomorrow, let loose and feel the joy and revel in energy. But balance is the key. Once again, and on the same time, Ramadan begins. Fasting, reflection, inner discipline, a pause, a time to absorb the truths, a time to observe these truths. With Ramadan, we want to act with awareness. This energy is going to be balancing the impulsiveness of the fire horse and Mardi Gras. And then if that wasn't enough, after that, on Wednesday, Lent. 40 days of reflection, of sacrifice, of spiritual recalibration. All the revelations, bold energy, and chaos is now going to integrate. It's now going to apply lessons. So don't just react. So the bigger themes, we've got the outward expression of Mardi Gras meeting the inward reflection of Ramadan and Lent. We've got the bold actions of the fire horse with the eclipse. And this is going to be conscious integration. We're going to be cutting cords. We're going to be cutting cords to reclaim our individuality. We're going to be choosing our authenticity. And we're going to be restructuring our future. And once again, if something leaves, let it. If something arrives, pay attention. Momentum without awareness is going to equal chaos. Move smart. Move with conscious. This is all going to happen tomorrow. And this happens at 7:01 a.m. So we may have been feeling it 2 weeks before. We definitely going to be feeling it 2 weeks after. And we're going to have waves of this over the next 6 months. But because this kicks off the 2026-2027 eclipse cycle, The storyline can unfold for up to 18 months. So I don't know how deep you all are into astrology, but if you have personal planets in 25 degrees or 29 degrees of Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, or Scorpio, you all are going to be front row. There's going to be no hiding, no delaying. This is evolution season. So the bottom line is that this fire horse says move. This eclipse says evolve. Traditionally, it says protect your future. But with these eclipsing evolving, this right here, this is symbolic. I told you last year when Pluto went into Aquarius, we're going to be seeing these old systems failing. And this bastard right here just might be the linchpin. The fact that so much attention has been placed on him, none of this is random. None of this is random. This right here it's going to be cultural discipline meeting cosmic correction. We're going to be moving intentionally. We're going to be protecting our energies. This eclipse, my little terabytes, this eclipse is going to be rewriting chapters. And whatever happens, do not resist this reset. Yep. Let me get him off. That's all I got for you, babies. Yes, Miss Martha. Move with intention. Kicked him out. That's all I got on my... Of course. Of course. Okay, wait a minute. And what did Lady Sarah have? Yep. Yep. There we go. Y'all, thank you for bearing with me. I'm going to drop the link if anybody wants to come on. If anybody wants to come on, if anyone's got any questions, if anyone wants to talk about anything, come on through. If not, I did my best to forewarn you all. I wanted you all to know what was going on. So once again, tomorrow we're going to be real smooth about it. We're going to be real smooth about the shit. Somebody wants to argue, you let them argue on their own. We're not lending no money. We're not cleaning our apartments. We're not going to shampoo our hair. We ain't doing none of that. We doing none of that. We could do it all on Wednesday. Okay? Okay. So nobody wants to come on. That's fine. So with that being said, y'all, thank you so much for joining the live. Yeah, just move with intention. And again, whatever we do tomorrow, that is going to be setting the tone for the next 6 months. So if you don't want to be feeling shit for the next 6 months, do not be indulging in shit that you do not want to feel. We got that? I don't need no life notes from you, Sam, okay? I don't need no life notes from you unless, of course, you want to come over here and do it your damn self. All right? I'm trying to give some cosmic advice over here and you want to fuck with me. There we go. All right. See, yeah, that's why I got to get off this live, okay? Because you all are not going to fuck with, y'all are not going to fuck up my Lunar New Year, okay? I'm glad I did this shit tonight. Yeah, tomorrow I'm not going to be going live, okay? Because I can see you all want to fuck with me. That's okay. All right, babies. All right, my terabytes. Listen, thank you so much. Thank you so much. You all stay blessed. Stay in alignment. Stay in alignment. Wear your red. Wear your red. Okay? All right. With all that being said, y'all have a wonderful night. Mardies, thank you for coming through. Lady Sarah, Honey, again, don't take it personally. I thought you was working. I didn't want to bother you. Yvette and Miss Martha, thank you so much. Yvette, please, 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 please do not steal any international sacred objects, okay? Tomorrow's not the day to do that, okay? I got this one. You ain't got to do it, all right? Okay, please. All right, y'all. Y'all stay blessed. Thank you.